Hi, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham, in for Bill O'Reilly. Thanks a lot for watching us. Presidential leadership. That's the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Today, the president held a press conference, and most of the questions focused on our dismal economy and the stalled debt negotiations. The president painted a scary vision of America in the event the Republicans maintain their no new taxes stance. He was defiant and dismissive. It was vintage Obama, always shifting the focus away from his abysmal economic record and instead scaremongering and demonizing the enemy. And in this case, the enemies are congressional Republicans.
At a certain point, they need to do their job. You know, and so this thing, which is just not on the level, where we have meetings and discussions and we're working through process, and when they decide they're not happy with the fact that at some point you've got to make a choice, they just all step back and say, well, you know, the president needs to get this done. They need to do their job. Now's the time to go ahead and make the tough choices. That's why they're called leaders.
Then came the scaremongering and the buck passing.
And we're not going to pay folks their Social Security checks? Or we're not going to pay to veterans for their disability checks? I mean, which bills, which obligations are we going to say we don't have to pay? These are bills that Congress ran up. The money's been spent. The obligations have been made.
Now, that is so ludicrous. The fact is, the president's lecture on leadership was both unintentionally hilarious and disturbing. Now, how does a man who has been MIA on our critical debt negotiations, a man whose own budget plan was voted down 97-0 in the Senate, and a man who is yet to propose any plan of his own to reform Medicare and Social Security, lecture anyone on leadership? Now, so far this year, he has played golf 17 times, and he's attended 33 fundraisers. That's a lot of hours. Yet, by his own admission, he spent only about 3 hours total on the debt crisis with the House and Senate Republican caucuses. But to be fair, he did accomplish something historians will always remember today. He met with the WNBA champions, Seattle Storm. And that's the memo. And now on to the top.